As the 2024 Monsterenergy AMA Supercross season races toward the finish line, all eyes are locked on Denver's Empower field at Mile High for round 16 of 17. With just 2 rounds remaining, the championship picture is beginning to come into focus, especially in the 450SX class, where the title battle has taken a pivotal turn. In the premier 450SX division, the tension has eased ever so slightly for Cooper Webb, who enters Denver with a significant momentum shift after a massive win in Pittsburgh. That victory resulted in a crucial 6-point swing in his favor, bumping his lead over defending champion Chase Sexton to 12 points. While it's not quite enough to let off the throttle completely, Webb no longer faces the must-win pressure that had been weighing heavily on his shoulders in previous rounds. Now, if he can podium in the final 2 races, even if Sexton wins both, he can walk away with his 3rd AMA Supercross title. But Sexton's task just got even harder. One of his strongest competitors, and someone who could have played spoiler to Webb, is officially out. Ken Roczen, who had been riding through pain for weeks while remaining a consistent top 5 threat, has made the difficult decision to end his season early. The German rider aggravated a lingering ankle injury during training and will undergo surgery, which also means he's finally addressing his previously sustained shoulder damage. Roczen had been a force all year despite his physical setbacks, sitting 3rd in the standings and continuing to push through with resilience and grit. But with his exit, any hopes Sexton had of an outside variable shaking up the title fight just faded. Even Roczen's 3rd-place position in the standings is now in jeopardy, with Justin Cooper and Malcolm Stewart both poised to capitalize in the final 2 rounds. In the 250SX class, the title battle is less of a nail-biter, but no less compelling. Hayden Deegan holds a commanding 17-point lead over rookie sensation Cole Davies and is on the brink of clinching his first 250SX Supercross championship, the only 250 title he hasn't yet secured in his young career. If Deegan wins tonight, and Davies finishes 5th or worse, the championship will be his, with a round to spare. That scenario is far from impossible. Despite Davies winning the last 2 races, he's also finished 5th or worse 3 times this season. Deegan, on the other hand, has been incredibly consistent, never finishing lower than 5th and putting together a string of podiums even when faced with tough starts and traffic. 250SX qualifying, first sessions. The fireworks started early in the first 250SX qualifying session, as championship contenders Hayden Deegan and Cole Davies tangled just 4 corners into the opening lap. Davies attempted to sweep around the outside in a berm, but Deegan shut the door aggressively, causing Davies to hit the deck. The moment turned heads but didn't lead to any further incidents, and the focus quickly shifted to lap times. Deegan wasted no time, laying down a quick 50.380 on his 2nd lap. However, it was Julian Boehmer who stole the spotlight in the end. Boehmer gradually ramped up his pace and delivered a blistering 50.147 on his 6th lap to top the session, narrowly edging Deegan's early flyer. 450SX qualifying, first sessions. Chase Sexton came out with something to prove, and it showed. From the opening laps, the Redbull KTM rider was visibly dialed in. After throwing down a 50.615 to set the pace early, Sexton turned up the heat in a big way. By lap 5, he dipped into the 49-second bracket, a milestone no one else would touch in the session. He wasn't done either. Sexton proceeded to lower his best lap to an incredible 49.224 by lap 9, looking sharp, aggressive, and smooth all at once. Malcolm Stewart put in a strong showing with a 50.373 for 2nd fastest, while Cooper Webb had a more subdued outing, ending the session's 7th fastest with a 50.785. Combined qualifying, 250SX. The 2nd qualifying session added even more intrigue to the 250SX narrative. Deegan and Davies once again came out swinging, trading fast laps early. Deegan jumped to the top with a 50.606, with Davies close behind at 50.778. But as the laps ticked away, it was Julian Boehmer who once again emerged as the top dog. The KTM rider found another gear, clocking a 50.070 to take the overall fastest time of the day in combined qualifying. Deegan fired back late with a 50.366, but it wasn't enough to retake the top spot. Nonetheless, Deegan's speed and consistency continue to suggest he's fully in control of the title race heading into tonight's main event. Combined qualifying, 450SX. By the time the 450SX riders returned for their final qualifying session, the track had dried out significantly and developed a slick, hard-packed surface that demanded finesse and precision. And once again, Chase Sexton rose to the occasion. He kept pushing the pace and ultimately logged the fastest time of the session and the day with a 49.634, further asserting himself as the man to beat tonight. Cooper Webb, who had looked off the pace earlier, responded with a much improved run in the second session. He found better lines and rhythm, ending up second fastest in the session with a 50.404. Still, Malcolm Stewart's earlier time from the first session held up for second fastest overall, leaving Webb third on the day in combined qualifying. The stage is set for a thrilling night of racing in both classes, but the stakes are particularly high for Hayden Deegan, who has a golden opportunity to lock up his first Supercross championship. If he wins and Davies falters, it's game over. Meanwhile, in the 450SX class, Cooper Webb has the upper hand in the title fight, but with Chase Sexton riding at peak form, nothing is guaranteed. With Ken Roczen officially out and only 2 rounds ago, Denver could be the night that changes everything, or confirms what we've seen building for weeks. Buckle up because Round 16 is about to deliver some serious fireworks.